Hey Virgo, I'm Empress Rose. Welcome to your reading, general reading. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Not everything, not every word I say in this reading is going to resonate with anyone. And it's certainly not going to resonate with everyone, every single word. So we're hopefully finding some useful ideas and useful ways to approach some of the issues going on in our life right now from these readings. Here on YouTube, I'll be doing Oracle deck cards, and then if you want, you can join me over on Vimeo for a more traditional tarot spread. We'll be using tarot cards and a tarot spread, but this is more intuitive over here. Okay. Leo just got this card. That's so wild. But just really, they didn't get any other cards. Oh my gosh. Direction. You have clear direction with a bond. A bond can be with anyone that you're close to, anyone that you have a bond with, be it spiritual, emotional. I usually think emotional. I mean, when the heart is here, very clearly, very openly. Here we have two people bonded, and I'm going to say this as people. I don't usually do relationship-specific readings. That's not necessarily my focus, but it is definitely a part of life, a very important part of our lives is these bonds that we create and these people that we connect with. They're a strong influence on us. So there's some sort of bond. I feel like with Leo, I got that you were in confusion, but with this card, you're coming out of confusion very clearly. There is clear direction on where this bond is going. Something's been decided, something's been seen, something's known, and there's very clear direction on where you're going. Yes, there are still cloudy areas, still issues that aren't clear, there's still things that aren't well understood, aren't clearly seen. Right? That's life though. That's everything. Like it's moments here and there where we get the full sunny day without anything. But this is very clear direction, knowing. There's a sense of knowing here that even though there are doubts, even though there's lack of clarity, even though there's hidden aspects, maybe not intentionally hidden. I see that more and more where what we ascribe to other people as they meant to do that, they're doing that to me. It's just them being themselves. It's just them sorting through their own feelings, their own emotions, and their own life. It's not always malicious. Occasionally it is, but I think that's much more rare than what we think. So this bond has a clear direction. It knows where it's going. There's so much clarity here, and maybe there's been a time of lack of clarity or a time of quietude, time of quietness here, but now we're bursting out of that, and there's just very clear direction. This is anomaly. This is something very unusual is happening here. This is not your norm. Especially this clarity. There's something very unusual happening. I love the anomaly card. I gotta say, I just love really unusual. I love the unusual. I love really strange things happening. It's so fun and interesting, right? Here we have the same old, something very different than the norm. I love very different from the norm. It's very exciting. There's something very exciting and energetic going on here. There's clarity, and I think this anomaly just makes it even more clear. There's like nothing, like when you see an anomaly, you see the anomaly. There's not like did that crow like have a top hat to you? This is like, here's a white glowing crow. And maybe even it's like 4 times as big as all the other ones. Like this is not a mistake. This is not, and that's what I love about anomaly. It's the card. There's something just so clear about it. It's just not, it wasn't random. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't just some accidental thing that happened. This is very unusual. There's an anomaly here, and it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. It's going to stick out. And I think maybe the anomaly is that you finally have direction, and you're used to like having a lot of confusion with this certain bond and having things be unclear. But this is just a lot of direction. There's just this burst of direction into something very unusual. Maybe it's a different type of relationship than you've ever had before, or maybe typically, the relationships go one direction and then there's a breakup, and maybe we can reverse direction. Maybe there's like all sorts of things that could happen here that's very very different. There could be a change in direction of how a relationship is going. And yeah, maybe not many people can like turn a lover into a friend or whatever, but maybe this is the one unusual thing where it can do that, where this can switch. So it's unusual. Be open to very unusual solutions, clear direction. It's possible, and be open to something very different with this bond, something unusual that maybe you hadn't considered before, maybe you hadn't thought, but it's going to be so clear. That's what I love about this direction card, is it just comes in like, oh, yes, this is the direction this relationship is going. This is what it's meant to be, right? Sometimes we meet people and we have a strong connection with them and we're not quite sure how to sort the relationship, how to categorize it. This, if there's any sort of confusion there, this has direction, and it's going to actually be very unique. It's actually going to be a little bit different than anything else that you've had. And the person could be very different. The type of relationship you have could be very different, or it could just be very unique to you. This isn't, maybe lots of people have relationships like this, but this is very unusual for the way you usually are and for the way you relate to things. Is like, well, that is a totally different, unusual direction. A bond may take an unusual, surprising direction during this time period. That's too many. I'm certain you can be more concise than that, deck. Oh, now it's just going to be quiet. Oh, yeah, you didn't like that? And then it threw one at me. Okay. Little passive-aggressive deck here. This is so funny because this one came out in the pre-shuffle. When I was preparing the deck and preparing myself, this came out. But it came out with a card where the sort of stuck high and dry card where something was stuck. So now I'm seeing, though, that there's movement here. So in the pre-shuffle, we had like a stuck, mistakes were made. I'm going to have to cut some losses. And it seemed like mistakes were made in this relationship. And it had gotten sort of in a jammed, like the relationship had gotten into a jam, into a stuck situation. And there wasn't a very clear way out. But that's what I got. And I thought it was like, I don't know, that message seemed, I didn't quite know what to do with it, but now I do know what to do with it. We have this direction here. Now there's clarity. Where something has been stuck, there's clarity, there's movement. And you know what? Maybe the solution's really weird. Maybe it's very different, very strange, but I think that, who knows how anything's going to turn out, right? We got that in the Leo card too. Who knows how anything is going to turn out? It's actually very important to learn how to deal with that uncertainty. And tarot can help alleviate that, give us possibilities of where something could possibly go, possible outcomes, possible ways to deal with something, suggestions for how to view something, how to view different relationships and different things. And tarot is good for that. But as far as a guarantee, there be none here. So, but we at least have direction, and maybe it's a little bit unusual and a little bit strange. I have like a bird. This is really holding back. Someone is very much refraining what they would like to say. They are not going to say the whole thing. And that's really interesting because we have this direction, we have this releasing, but maybe part of that releasing is somebody really not giving full voice to their feelings or full voice to something. Maybe there's some restraint is required here. Holding something back, pulling something back. We have the throat chakra represented multiple times here in this card, and it's this sense of don't say anything. Don't say anything you're going to regret. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything. There's that is outside of this new direction that you have. This strange new direction or strange new purpose that comes in here. There's something about maybe this has been held back. Maybe someone has been holding back how they feel, but it looks like it continues. So there's not like a full-throated exploration of feelings or ideas here. Someone's still holding back, but there's clear direction. There is this sense, and maybe this is like what's been held back on this bond now has direction, and now actually has like a way for that energy to flow into it. It's like there were different vessels and you couldn't decide what vessel to pour the affection or the bond into. You couldn't decide whether it was going to be a romantic wine goblet, if it was going to be a thermos for work, or if it was going to be a teacup, where more of a friendship thing. And so it seems like now that we have direction, okay, now I know which cup to pour this energy into, and this thing. And maybe it's going to be a very unusual, an anomaly cup. Maybe it's going to be a mason jar. Maybe it's going to be a paint can. That you pour this, what's been held back, that you can pour it forward. But there could also be some restraints still required. Like, we've got this direction which feels so expansive and so clear and yet unusual. And then we also have this like sense that things do need to be withheld, things do need to be dealt with very conservatively as well. So someone here may have, that would be you, may have very clear direction and an understanding of sort of an unusual situation or unusual solution, but you may not, it's asking you to be a little bit conservative, hold a little back. And then we have Mermaid's Love. So I love that these two came out together. That's really fun. And I also love that these two came out together, the black and the white. Very different. People that are very different. So Mermaid's Love is a beautiful little love story between a fish and a bird. And it reminds me so much of the quote from Fiddler on the Roof, which is, bird may love a fish, but where are they going to build a nest? So this reference sometimes long distance relationships where there's nobody can really move, or it could represent just like fundamental differences between two people. But one thing I really love about this card is it depicts sort of two people that are happy with who they are and happy with their life. And they want to share it momentarily. Like the fish can leap into the air, the bird can dive into the water. But as far as like really combining those two on a day-to-day basis, that might be a little more difficult. So this could be an unusual solution for an unworkable situation between two people that are bonded. They're very established in their lives. They have their own lives, their own situation, they know who they are. They might be very different people on multiple different levels. Of course, all people we can find in any relationship, in any bond, we can find how very different we are within that bond. And we can find, how very different we are in that bond. All relationships, you will be able to find similarities and differences. But this one has some sort of irreconcilable difference. It's not, and it's definitely not the bond that's the problem. It's something sort of external or something just in the nature of the two people that are coming together that creates, it's not something that can really be worked out. You can't negotiate it, right? A bird may love a fish, but where are they going to where are they going to live? Where are they going to be together? That's not, it's just something where there's some sort of unworkable part of the situation. So in that way, in some ways, this Mermaid's Love is such a beautiful card of really confident, happy, established people being able to come together fully. And in other ways, it's got this inherent sadness in the card as far as like, well, but there's this impossibility. There's this situation that's impossible here. So perhaps this direction and this anomaly are coming in here to bring us a solution. Maybe this is the bird and the fish that can live together. Maybe they are like a penguin and a seal, and basically they can share a little ice shelf together. And sure, yeah, they both have to go back to their own respective places sometimes and do their own things sometimes, but maybe there's like a very unique solution to this problem, right? We have anomaly, which would be a very unusual solution or something very unusual, and we have direction. I feel like we're heading into something very anomalous, very unusual, very strange, but it's going to work. There's a possibility that it could work for this this bonded pair that are trying to figure out how to deal with the bond and trying to clear some clouds out. There's a lot unknown. There's no certainty here. You take it one step at a time. But this like a bird, I think is talking about like having some restraint, like the exuberance of this direction into this anomaly. I think that this is coming in to say like, yeah, but do take it slow. Don't just go. So we have this soaring idea of direction of like, we know where we're going. Now we know what we can do. We know the solution to this problem. Let's go. But this is like either keep it secret or keep it quiet or keep something quiet. This isn't like a loud honking, we have found a solution situation. This is like, either you're staying quiet and reserved in this solution finding, or it's talking about just keep it under wraps for now, don't talk. It also could be talking about how feelings people have that they are not expressing, in particular because there's no direction and there's no way to express them. There's not, like, what's the point of expressing something if the whole situation's just impossible and is never going to go anywhere? Why would we even like care to express our ideas on direction or anything like that? So it could be also referencing some sort of silence or keeping something to yourself because there wasn't a solution possible. Now with this direction anomaly, I see a very unusual solution that is possible for this bond, but there's a sense where either something needs to be held back, we'll get more information, but if something either needs to be held back or something has been held back up until this point. We have pig, regeneration, good luck, abundance. I love good luck. The artist here, Cullinane, often talks about this anomaly as being very lucky. Abundance, enough for everyone, right? Neither party has to win. Like this can often be like there's not a really good win-win solution here. But with this abundance, I see there's enough for everyone. Regeneration, sacred symbol of fortune and fertility. Bless me with opportunity for prosperity. So when pigs fly, oh my gosh, another phrase for the anomaly here, when pigs fly. So something very unusual and strange, like that should just not have happened. A solution that is uncommon, that nobody else has come up with, or that very few people have come up with. When pigs fly. This could have to do with your work. Here I've been talking about a relationship, but it could have to do with work, something you've been very committed to, but just seems impossible, that you've got situations going on that are making this work impossible. But pigs, there's going to be a clear direction and a workable solution, and it's all going to be really unusual. Your dreams need a practical plan. I love it because it just reminds me of this card. They're like the same to me. Prosperous pig, your dreams need a practical plan. Planning. Planning for success, seeing possibilities. And right, it is practical. Like your dream does need a practical plan. So this dream, this commitment, this bond, it does need a practical plan. It does need practical plan. Fortunately, we have this flying pig, this anomaly in this direction, which all looks to me like it's actually possible. Maybe you haven't found it yet, or maybe you haven't spoken about it yet, but it is possible for this dream to have a practical plan. You know what? That's, wait, I just want one more. Can I just have one more? I don't want 12 more. Okay, I'll take 3 more. Such a compromise. Have faith in your dreams. Yes, especially with this flying pig. Have faith in your dreams. This could very well be a work reading too. Have faith in your dreams. There is a workable solution here. It might be a little bit unconventional, a little bit strange, but have faith in your dreams. Luck is on your side. You've got to be kidding me, Virgo. With prosperous pig, good luck, and luck is on your side. Sagittarius, new moon, that means heading into something where we don't really know. We don't have all the answers. Again, that's coming in through very thoroughly here. We don't have all the answers, but this is a workable solution for now. We don't have all the answers forever, but luck is on your side. Have faith in your dreams. Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh my gosh, we have several dreams. So this could be about dreams coming true. Having faith in a dream and it coming true, right? Because when that dream comes true, it becomes very practical, and now we have to like plan. Now we have to figure out what are the nuts and bolts of this. A new start is coming. Virgo, what on earth? We have this direction. A new start is coming. You're going someplace, and it's awesome. And there's going to be some practical stuff. There's practical stuff here. This isn't just a dream. This isn't just some sort of stupid idea that you had once, that this is like a dream, and it looks like it's very practical. I mean, you're going to have to start coming up with real solutions here. There's a new start is coming, and luck is on your side. Virgo, at this reading, I think I'm high off of it. It's so good. It's so awesome. So direction, something very unusual. This dream that seemed impossible could actually come true. It's a very lucky time for you, and maybe don't go bragging about it. That's the only little warning. Don't go bragging about it, but keep it quiet until everything comes in. But luck, 2 of them are about luck. Lots of them about dreams, a dream beginning. You have a dream, something you've dreamt of for a long time and wanted for a long time. Actually, you find a way to do it. And it shouldn't be possible, but it is. All right, Virgo. Yeah, that sounds awesome. If you want, join me over on Vimeo. Otherwise, we'll chat again later.